Meet Emma. She's 20 years old. Last spring, Emma met a boy named Daniel in her art class. He smiled at her once. He said her painting was good. That was the whole thing. But that night, Emma could not sleep. She kept playing the moment over and over. The smile, the words, the way he said her name. By the next week, Emma was checking her phone every 5 minutes. She hoped Daniel would text. He rarely did. But when he did, her whole day lit up like a holiday. When he didn't, the day felt gray and heavy. Emma told herself this was love. Real, deep, once-in-a-lifetime love. But something was wrong. She stopped seeing her friends. She stopped painting for fun. She could not focus in class. Her mind had only one channel now, and it played Daniel all day long. She made up little stories in her head. Daniel saying he loved her. Daniel choosing her. She felt happy in those stories. Then she would open her eyes, and the real world felt empty. Emma didn't really know Daniel. They had spoken maybe 10 times, but she felt like she would not survive without him. Here is the strange part. The less Daniel gave her, the more she wanted him. A short reply, a maybe, a small, we'll see. Those tiny crumbs kept her hooked for weeks. This feeling has a name. It is not love. It is called limerence, and once you understand it, you can never be trapped by it the same way again. Limerence is an intense, almost forced kind of longing for one person. Your brain locks onto them. It treats them like the answer to everything. It feels exactly like love. That is why it is so hard to escape. But it works in a very different way, and it can quietly take over your whole life. Today, you will learn what limerence really is. You will see what it does to your brain, and you will get 4 clear steps to break free. Stay with me, because by the end, you will see Emma and maybe yourself in a brand new way. So what is really going on inside Emma? In the 1970s, a scientist named Dorothy Tenov studied hundreds of people in love. She found that some of them were not just in love, they were caught in something stronger and stranger. She gave it a name, limerence. Let's break it into simple parts. First, limerence is not the same as love. Real love is calm. It wants the best for the other person. It can wait. It feels safe. Love says, I care about who you really are. Limerence is not calm. It is hungry. It is restless. It wants one thing, for that person to want you back. Limerence says, I need you to fix how I feel. See the difference? Love is about them. Limerence is about you and how they make you feel. Now here is the engine that keeps it running. I call it the maybe machine. Think about a claw machine at an arcade, the one with the toys inside. If it gave you a toy every single time, you would get bored fast. If it never gave you a toy, you would walk away. But it does something sneaky. Sometimes you win. Most times you lose. You never know which time is which, so you keep putting coins in, again and again. Limerence runs on the same trick. When Daniel sometimes replies and sometimes doesn't, Emma's brain cannot relax. It cannot give up. Because maybe, just maybe, the next message is the one. Uncertainty is the fuel. The word maybe is the trap. Hope is the hook. As long as a small chance stays alive, the brain refuses to quit. It would rather chase a maybe than face a clear goodbye. This is why a clear no can actually set you free, and why a foggy we'll see can keep you stuck for years. Next, let's go inside Emma's head. Meet the part of the brain that gives you a little buzz of pleasure. It runs on a chemical called dopamine. Here is a surprise. Dopamine is not really the happy chemical. It is the want more chemical. It spikes when you are chasing a reward, not when you get it. Every time Daniel texts, Emma gets a hit, a rush, a high. Her brain learns a simple lesson. This person equals reward. Chase them. It is the same loop that makes games and slot machines so hard to put down. Limerence is your reward system stuck on one human being. That is why it can feel like an addiction, because in a real way, it is acting like one. And like an addiction, it comes with brutal highs and lows. One kind word, and Emma is flying. One cold reply, and she crashes for days. Her mood is no longer her own. It sits in Daniel's hands. He may not even know he is holding it. Now, the third piece. The person Emma loves is not fully real. Emma has met Daniel maybe 10 times. She does not know his bad habits. She does not know how he acts when he is tired or angry, so her brain fills in the blanks. And it fills them with gold. She paints him as perfect, kind, deep, made just for her. This is called idealization. She did not fall for Daniel. She fell for a Daniel she built inside her own mind. The real Daniel is a normal person with normal flaws. The dream Daniel is flawless. And you cannot win against a dream. A dream never says the wrong thing. A dream never lets you down. That is exactly what makes it so hard to let go. Last piece. The thoughts that will not stop. Emma does not choose to think about Daniel all day. The thoughts barge in on their own. While she eats, while she studies, while she tries to sleep. These are called intrusive thoughts. And the more she tries to push them away, the louder they get. It is like being told, "Don't think about a pink elephant." Now it is all you can see. So Emma loses hours of her day inside her own head. Time she will never get back. Time that was meant for her own dreams. So now we have the full machine. A craving that feels like love. A maybe that won't let go. A brain on a reward drip. A perfect person who isn't real. And thoughts that never rest. No wonder it feels impossible. But it is not impossible. Because once you can see the machine, you can start to switch it off. One important thing before we go on. For some people, limerence gets very heavy. It can bring deep sadness or thoughts that scare them. If that is you, please talk to someone you trust, or a doctor or counselor. You do not have to carry this alone. So how does Emma break free? Here are 4 steps. And you can start the first one today. Step 1. Name it. The moment Emma learns the word limerence, something shifts. She can finally say, "This is not love. This is a loop in my brain." Naming it gives you power. It turns a giant, scary feeling into something you can hold and look at. A feeling with no name feels endless. A feeling with a name has edges. Your action today. Say it out loud. This is limerence, not love. Just naming it weakens its grip. Step 2. Starve the machine. Remember, limerence feeds on contact and on maybe. Every check of their profile is a coin in the machine. Every reread of an old text is another coin. So Emma slowly cuts the supply. She mutes Daniel's posts. She stops rereading old messages. She stops hunting for crumbs. This feels hard at first. The craving spikes. It may even get worse for a few days. But like any craving, it fades when you stop feeding it. Think of it like a fire. Contact is the wood. Stop adding wood, and the fire slowly burns out on its own. Your action today. Unfollow, mute, or hide one thing that keeps you checking. Just one. Step 3. Meet the real person. Emma has been in love with a dream, so she does something brave. She writes down 3 real plain facts about Daniel. Not the dream version, the real one. He is often late. He barely texts back. He does not really know her at all. This is not about hating him. It is about seeing him as a whole, normal, flawed human. Not a magic cure for your life. When the dream shrinks, you start to wake up. Your action today. Write down 3 real, ordinary facts about the person. Read them when the fantasy starts to play. Step 4. Rebuild your real life. Limerence took over because it filled an empty space inside Emma. So she fills that space with real things instead. She paints again. She calls her friend Sophie. She makes one small plan for herself each day. Slowly, her world grows bigger than one person. And a bigger world has more room to breathe. Your action today. Do one thing you loved before all this began. Text one friend. Pick up one old hobby. Take one small step back toward your own life. Every real thing you add makes the limerence a little smaller. You are not erasing the feeling by force. You are crowding it out with a life worth living. And if the feelings still feel too big to handle, that is not weakness. Reaching out for help is a strong, smart move. A counselor can walk you through it step by step. 4 steps. Name it, starve it, meet the real person, rebuild your life. None of them are magic on their own, but together they switch the machine off, one piece at a time. Let's go back to Emma. It did not change overnight. The cravings came in waves. Some days were still hard, but Emma kept naming it. She kept starving the machine. She kept choosing her real life, one small choice at a time. Then one morning, weeks later, Daniel texted her, "Hey, what's up?" And Emma noticed something. Her heart did not slam. Her whole day did not flip upside down. She looked at the message, smiled a little, and went back to her painting. The spell was breaking. Emma was still Emma, but she was hers again. Her time, her mind, her future. They belonged to her now, not to a feeling. So if you are caught in this right now, please hear me. What you feel is real. The pain is real. But it is not proof that this person is the one. It is your brain, stuck in a loop. And loops can be broken. You are not crazy. You are not weak. You are human, and you can come back to yourself. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs it. Someone out there is lying awake, checking their phone right now. And watch the video on screen next to keep building a mind that works for you. Take care of yourself. I will see you in the next one.